like one of the first pictures. This is how I found it. There's a big chunk.
Of what?
This is cartilage.
Just loose floating in there.
Just sitting right there. It was like a flap.
Wow. Okay.
See, but this surface here looks
Now
pretty
this
good.
is on the.
Here's your meniscus right here.
So you sucked that out and chunked it out.
Took that out. Come on.
There it is. So just hit this next time. It'll just go.
Closer look. Oh, maybe that'll work. Yeah, here we go. So you got a probe in there. See how deep it is? It goes all the way down. So this is what it looked like after I got it cleaned up a little bit. There, see?
Okay.
This is bone here. This here is bone. This is your cartilage. This is the groove your kneecap is in right here. Your kneecap is sitting up here on top of that.
Okay.
And this is the trochlear, what's called the trochlear groove, where I told you you had a little bit of. See how rough this is? That looks like the surface of the moon.
And that was on where? That spot in that hole?
This is underneath your kneecap. This area here. Right underneath your kneecap. You know, your kneecap sits like this. See, here's your kneecap is like that, and then there's this part here. Okay, where then your ligaments are in here. But this is your kneecap here, and then underneath that is this groove. It's kind of like a ski slope.
Okay, where it should just.
That your kneecap slides up and down in.
And that was all just.
Look at this, surface of the moon.
What caused that?
Just wear and tear, falling on it.
Is that post-surgery?
No. Well, I mean, it could have been as a result of the first surgery. I doubt it. I think it's just wear and tear.
The surgery didn't help it. I mean, the injury didn't help it over time because of the weight and.
No. Anyway, so another little shot. So I cleaned it up.
Okay. Where's that hole?
Made
that
it smooth.
you were talking about? You didn't get a picture of that.
Right
You didn't get a picture of it.
Right
though,
on the end of that bone.
But you didn't get a picture of it.
Huh? Yeah,
You
I
went-
did. I already showed it to you.
Oh, okay.
So this is all cleaned up now.
Well, we're out.
Is that the last
Yeah,
one?
that's the last one. You can go backwards, but it won't go.
There's a hole. Here.
That back there, okay. And that's in the bone.
It's down to the bone. This is bone here, but you have cartilage all the way around it. So this may fill in with some fibrocartilage with time. It's not the same cartilage, but it is a type of cartilage. So, this may last for a long period of time.
Is there something you can, like a cartilage graft you could pack in there?
Yeah, there are things. There is such a thing as called the Oates procedure, whereas what you do is you take a piece of cartilage that's got a little bit of bone attached to it from somewhere else in your body. Then you take a little hole saw, and you drill that out right there, and then you just pack that thing in there until it heals. But problem is, you got to be on crutches for about 6 months. You can't be walking on the thing. But that can be done.
Okay.
But it's quicker just put a piece of metal like I showed you.
But which one? I'll tell you this. The first surgery, the doctor didn't tell me how brutal a patella tendon graft would be. So he was like, oh, we're just going to take this little bit of piece of sliver from your knee. We're going to lace it in and you're going to be in and out. Well, that's a second injury. The ACLs are one injury. The kneecap grafts are a second injury.
For the ACL.
For the ACL. So now it took me 6 months. No, it took me years to be able to get back on my knees, just to get down and stay on my knees.
Yeah, sure.
So to have another graft, which one is less painful?
Put this in here?
Which one is less impacting to me?
To put them.
Because if you're gonna graft bone, which means you're gonna cause one injury from somewhere else
Uh-huh.
to make up grafts on. So now I got to deal with two separate injuries.
Well, what I would do is I'd probably take a piece of bone,
from already down in there.
maybe on the side of your kneecap, out of here somewhere.
So how long?
This is
so
your
which one
kneecap.
has me down the longest?
That one,
The graft,
taking a graft,
and then the metal plate in plate takes about.
a couple of weeks.
All right,
But
make
that's
it,
way down the
okay.
road. You don't have to worry
But just
about
make sure you put those recommendations in there with DOL so they can know that that's what's coming. That's all.